The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
All right now. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. Another week here at Toomer's Toomer Town. I know you are wondering about this motherfucking boat on my goddamn head, but it's a good friend of mine gave it to me for my 50th birthday. A Latino friend of mine by the name of Sal. So I wore it tonight. I've been holding on it. I turned 50 December 27th, so I've been holding on to it. But I decided to wear it tonight. There's no particular symbolism behind it. I just decided to put this heavy motherfucker on. And that's the reason I'm wearing it. But I'm here tonight again, and we got a lot of controversial goddamn topics to talk about like we always do here.
Facts.
Every goddamn week. And it's going to be hot tonight. I'm going to start off with the NFL. We're going to fuck with this Malik Yoba shit. And there's another thing about that. There's a study came out that said that there's no gay gene, which suggests that you can't be born gay. Now that's one study, and I'm quite sure there are others that would goddamn say that you can be born that way. But we're going to discuss that. But before we get into any of that, let me just introduce my main man back there. He's making it where I don't need no goddamn body else up here but me and him. My main man back there engineering, Mr. LaRon. What's going on? Introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? This is first time on camera on Toomer's Town. You know, you guys
That's
used
the
to...
first time you let motherfuckers know you can do that.
You know, this is the only hip-hop show style. So, you know, this is what I do with the only hip-hop show. So you guys can see me now.
Yeah.
Here. So, you know, I'm LaRon Pierce, you know what I mean? Morris Media's own engineer. The only hip-hop show's own co-host, founder, whatever, you know what I mean? Hip-hop artist. You name it.
Yeah, you
What's
go.
up, Al?
Now, you should have just, should I give them the number? Tell them you do all the formalities of the number and the chat room and all that, LaRon.
Man, I'm a jack of all trades, man. I do everything, man. Almost.
Huh?
Man, I'm a jack of all trades, man. I do everything.
That's not what I'm talking about, kid. I'm talking about the number for the call in. Let's do with the call. We like for everybody, before you call in, please watch the show 15 or 20 minutes to find out what the gist that what we're talking about. And then call in and, voice your opinion on that. And as far as the chat room, we always welcome everybody. I mean, for Kavit Hangs, Yogi Fish, and LaRae Sense, and M. Wiley, Sheena, who's part of this organization, all of y'all. I can't mention all of y'all names, but I really appreciate popularity contest. I appreciate all y'all being in there. And tonight we're going to get down with it. So the number up here is 323-293-3375.
Yep.
Yeah. So before we get into the heavy shit of what's going on up here, I want to briefly talk about, did you hear about what's going on with this boy, Antonio Brown, which, you know, before last night, I was really thinking this motherfucker was just an embarrassment to all black people, period, with his antics. But here now, it seems like, you know, when somebody comes out and say he's being accused of rape, in other words, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
You know, I've heard some things about that, but he's the hottest trending topic right now, you know what I mean? Because he just jumped ship from Raiders to Patriots, and the Patriots beat the shit out of the Steelers. My dad is pissed, but I don't give a fuck. But
your dad is Steelers fan?
Yeah, my dad is a Steeler. Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh. Pennsylvania. Well, so that's his hometown. So he loves Steelers.
Well, I always hated the Steelers because I was a motherfucking Cowboys fan, and back when I was growing up, they would beat the shit out of Dallas. Yeah. You know, in Super Bowls. We finally got one in the 90s when I was a growing up, but I hated Pittsburgh for a long time. Yeah. But I really don't have much of a problem with them now because they got a black head coach. But this boy, man, is the antics that he's doing. I don't know if he's a millennial. Is he a millennial at 30 years old? Some of the things he's been doing, man, is just outrageous. And I believe this shit here is something where it's a higher power is goddamn fucking letting them know, motherfucker, don't get too crazy. We can always put this shit out here. We can always goddamn get some goddamn bitch to come out of the woodworks and say you did some shit. And what's frightening about that is that it can happen to any man. All the woman got to do is say you raped her. And I'm not justifying anything. If that motherfucker actually did that shit, then he ought to be punished like anybody.
Right.
I don't understand no motherfucker got to take no goddamn pussy in. I mean, how do your dick even get hard when you goddamn fucking got to violently goddamn fucking tussle with a woman and rip her clothes off? How is your dick getting hard doing that? Do you have to take Viagra or what? I don't understand how a rapist's dick even get hard. That's some sick ass shit.
It really is, man. But
you know, from what we've go ahead.
I think this shit is planned because there's no way in hell this man just jumped ship from
Oakland
to New England, like, yeah. And I don't know how much he. I think it was like 1.5 million. I mean, like I forgot how many millions.
No, he had 30 million to leave Pittsburgh to go to Oakland.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think they're going after the money because he's the hottest trend right now.
You think who's going after the money?
I mean, I'm not going to say names, but...
Well, I can tell you this, bro. I think I've already mentioned her name. This girl that is accusing him of this shit.
Brittany Taylor, right?
It's Brittany Taylor.
No, I'm not talking about just her. I'm just talking about, I'm not going to say the name, but I mean...
I won't say it. Hell, she said her own goddamn name.
Yeah.
But she allegedly was a private trainer of his. I think he knew her since college. And this shit happened, ladies and gentlemen... It happened as recently, I think they say 2016, 2017, 2018. She said this guy sexually assaulted her 3 times during that time. And ain't said shit about it. And since she's opened the door for this now, because they got to investigate every goddamn thing, she told the NFL, she says, I'm open to talk to the police, I'm open to talk to the NFL, I'm open to talk to any goddamn body. But I hold off. The earliest I can get to y'all is like Monday. I'm getting married over the weekend. Now, man, what motherfucker get goddamn fucking raped and molested 2016, 2017, 2018. The man you got to be marrying, you had to be goddamn dealing with both of these guys at the same time, unless you just met a motherfucker yesterday, some rich motherfucker want to marry you.
Right.
So I'm going to go get married Saturday, and then I'm going to go to court. I'm going to go to the NFL and tell them what they want to know, and the police and what they want to know. And all she's asking for is $75,000. So... ladies, I don't know. I mean, what value do you put on being physically violated, sexually violated? And if all you asking for is $75,000, bitch, that's enough for me to just throw the shit out of the goddamn court. Even though Antonio Brown has goddamn fucking handled himself and represented himself where a lot of people don't even give a damn about him because he's acted like such a jackass with his actions. So... we don't know what's going on, but I'm sure we're going to find out because the NFL they have to take some type of action within the next 24 to 48 hours on him, and they are probably going to put him on the commissioner's exempt list. They're probably going to put him on the commissioner's exempt list where he won't be able to play any more football for a while until they investigate this shit and find out what really happened. But, ladies and gentlemen, like I'm going to say, if he actually did this shit, then motherfucker, you should be punished. I have no respect for anybody that can violently and just take a woman's goddamn sexuality. I don't know what terms you own about that. For you to just take a woman's sexuality. Like I said, I don't even know how your dick get hard from, physically going through struggles and doing all this shit. I mean, I'm the type of dude, man, if I'm goddamn screwing a woman real good and she says stop, I stop. And then stupid bitch asks you, why you stop? Because, bitch, you just told me to stop. My dick stopped me. So I don't understand rapists in that regard. But on the flip side of this, if this bitch is lying, I hope that it's a turning point where it has to come to a point where if it's legitimately done, then it should be dealt with. But when women use this card, like the race card, I could just say this about you and fuck your goddamn life up because I'm pissed off at you. That shit has to stop. It has to come to a point where, bitch, if you goddamn fucking fraudulently accuse a man of rape and he didn't do it, you ought to get the same amount of time that he was going to get for rape if he was goddamn proved of doing it. This shit here got to stop, man. But we can't speak of it until the evidence comes out. I know a lot of goddamn females that have lied and did shit just because they could. But when their claim is goddamn proven false, there's no goddamn repercussions, no recourse, none at all. And that's where we got to bring the balance at, as far as I'm concerned. You can't just claim nobody, you accuse nobody of no bullshit like that. And then if you don't win the case, all right, well, I didn't get him, but I can still just walk away free. That's absolutely ridiculous. Now, once again, ladies and gentlemen, 323-293-3375. Call in and let us know what you think. Right here at Morris Media. Now, we going to get into the heavy shit now. Everybody's talking about Mr. Malik Yoba.
Man.
Yeah. You've heard about this guy. I mean, I've admired this guy I can't say I've admired him. It's just when you see people on goddamn fucking TV shows and shit, you just grow up and, you know, you give them a certain amount of respect, and of course he still gets the same type of respect as a man. But he has recently came out to be the drum major for transgender people, or trannies. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you gonna say that I'm still heterosexual, but I'm attracted to transgender people. And we got to say people because, you know, when it comes to that transgender thing, I'm over going to say a transgender woman or a transgender man. I'm going to say transgender people. He said he was attracted to them. And there ain't shit wrong with that at all, man. You be attracted to what you want to be attracted to. Myself, shit, you know, hell, I'd rather go fuck an ugly bitch before I fuck a man. You know, I have no idea of any. I don't know why you would want to go that way, but that's your thing.
Right.
You know, if that's what you want to do. Same thing with gays. Same thing with bisexuals and
wrong with that. It's just,
all these motherfuckers. The only goddamn bitch I ain't got a problem with is a lesbian. Yeah. Part of it wouldn't like Dave Chappelle calling the alphabet community. These motherfuckers that took 20% of the alphabet. I ain't got no problem with no woman who chooses to be with another goddamn woman, bitch, as long as you know that you are obligated to give up the pussy sometime. Now, for that bona fide ass butch bitch that look like me, where no man don't want to fuck you because you ugly bitch, well, we can understand that. But if you a pretty ass bitch, and you just strictly just nothing but sucking pussy and having another woman sucking your pussy, bitch, you're in violations. Uh-huh. You owe somebody some pussy like every quarter, every 3 months you need to fuck a guy. But an ugly bitch, nobody cares. But with this guy, LaRon, before we get into the clip, because he was on the Breakfast Club with a couple of these people not too long ago. It might have been today, but we have the clip. But, you know, give us your opinion on it. Then we're going to run a couple of clips on him and this crew, because Charlamagne and the whole crew was there. And it was a very deep, heated conversation. But still, you found, from what I seen, it was like an hour conversation. You found the heterosexual people in the room having a hold their breath, hold their words. Ain't nobody gonna punk me, and that's what it seems like the alphabet community is trying to do, is punk a motherfucker. I'm 50 years old. I've had my values on things for life. But you're not gonna tell me, if I don't agree with you, that I'm homophobic. That's a word that totally fucks me up, because phobia is a fear. I'm not scared of your motherfucking ass because I don't agree with you.
Right.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Now, if I was being chased down by 5 or 6 of you motherfuckers and I knew I was about to be raped, I might be scared. But just in everyday life, no. That fear has nothing to do with it at all. It's that I don't agree with it and I'm disgusted by it. So does that make me a bad guy? No. And then y'all want to talk about, you know, labeling people. You know, people labeling you and all this type of thing. Just because I don't agree with you, does that give you a right to call me homophobic? I don't think so. I just don't agree with that. I mean, and I have to look at it this way.
Yeah.
I don't, man, from both sides of it, as a man, why I don't agree with it. Let's just deal with the downer, the one that's being nailed.
Yeah, before I say something, we got a caller. So, caller, you on the air with Toomer's Town with LP and Al Toomer. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Check that shit before people came in here, man, because I was like, you make sure you remember where I was. And I told you to check these callers when I'm on one. Now my thought process is fucked up, so let me see what's going on here. And I got to put this shit over this big head. I can't even put it over the motherfucking hat. Go ahead, man.
So what's
who
up,
we
caller?
talking to?
Underlay, amigo.
Who?
Underlay, amigo. My name is Speedy Gonzalez. I'm here to call you because I am your brother. This is Speedy Gonzalez. I love your hat. Underlay.
Yeah,
what's up, Speedy Gonzalez?
You got me fucking my shit all up and making me look real. Take the camera off me right now, man. This is totally ridiculous. Who is this?
This is J Speed coming.
What's up, J Speed?
What's going on, boy?
You know the boys are acting.
Look at my hat now, man.
What's
Fucking
up
me
with
all.
that hat,
This
though?
is totally ridiculous. I can't work like this.
Man, take that hat off, Al.
I ain't taking. I didn't come in and take my shit. I was motherfuckers fucking my whole goddamn get up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man.
Y'all gotta find a way for me to hear callers without these motherfucking headsets. Or keep the camera on you while it's going
You look
on.
like somebody get ready to hit you upside the head with a bat or something.
Put it on.
With that damn hat on.
I got a hat to string. I can't put it on there. What you talking about, man?
What's up, Jay?
It looks good on you, man.
Well, you ought to know, hell, as many Mexican goddamn women you done been married to.
Every damn thing. What's the young man answer the phone right there?
That's LeRon.
That was LP. That was me right here. What's up, man?
Hey, I like how y'all cutting away now to the back and to the room.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, man. I want you to get back to your thought. I just wanted to call in and support you. And I ain't mean for you to take off your wardrobe, but that's a funny looking shit the way you were trying to get it off.
Fuck you.
Come on, Jay. You tripping. Oh, man. Yeah, I seen the comments, man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, what's going on? Because he said he hadn't been able to get in here, man. He actually accused y'all saying the phone bill was cut off. It felt like he was blocking me and being able to get in
They
here.
got me blocked, man. They got me blocked on my regular phone, so I had to put up my Batman phone to call in your show.
Oh, okay. Damn.
I don't know what's going on over there. What's going on over there? Especially when you have topics like this. You know how we get down with topics like this.
Yeah.
You talking about a boy, Elbow. That's what I call him, Elbow.
Oh, Yoba.
I call him Elbow. Anyway, he's with them alphabet people, man. So then you had Paul Mooney's sons come out, and that, I think it just made things work.
Yeah, because they should have even took that. I know both of them. I've been knowing them 20 years. They should have even took that interview, man. You can't sit up there.
They weren't prepared for it.
Yeah, but they knew what they was going to get asked.
Yeah.
And the only thing I agree with is I heard Paul got their mind was slipping like 2 or 3 years ago on that. So he probably is pretty much senile and don't know what's going on. But for them to sit up there and act like they didn't know what their father had been doing all these years, that was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. Hands up there. You can't be homosexual. He got kids.
Yeah. That's the worst thing they could have ever said. And you seen how they were looking at each other when they said that? Like,
that shit is hilarious.
What did I just say? I mean, the other one looking at it, look, how you make that dumbass statement?
That's wild.
Shit, they know they came in the world from a bet.
They might not know that. You and me do it, but I don't know if they know that.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, man. If that's just the way he is, that's the way he is. The only thing he got to worry about, if he was messing with somebody if they was a kid, that's what they should have been trying to defend.
Yeah.
They were trying to make it seem like the whole thing, but then there's a certain special stigma to that if he was messing with a kid and he was a grown-ass man.
Yeah. That's exactly what it boils down to. And that's another thing that they got them accused of this. It's one thing for Malik Yoba to be goddamn accused of being with grown-up trannies, but that's some shit came out of this motherfucker fucking with underage trannies. Or trannies, you fucking with 13, 14-year-old trannies?
Yeah, and you like, how the hell did he put a wig and make that little 13-year-old boy look like a woman? But getting back to your subject earlier, you was talking about, that one boy, Elbow, you call him Malik.
Yeah.
We kicked him out of Islam. Number one, he gave up his Islam card.
Yeah, because he talked about that on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
but he didn't say y'all kicked him out. He didn't mention that, but he mentioned something about his dad raising him up in that and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
But he has been proclaiming that he was Muslim. That's on his portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, think about this, Al. I was thinking about this last conversation we had last week. I was thinking about this. It's easy for these Dr. Frankenstein, to make a man look like a woman.
Right.
The reason why is you're starting off with half, because if you think about woman is half, right?
Yeah.
And so now they're taking these Dr. Frankensteins and putting breasts on them, and they're taking them, giving them all the rest of them, but they still got the other private part. They still got the fishing pole, but they still want to look like women. But think about this, Al. Now, if women stop wearing makeup and women stop wearing the weave and the wig and just start looking like natural women, it'd be hard for a man to duplicate her. See, he can duplicate her as long as she's wearing all this damn crap.
That's what I said, and I actually had this written down in my notes now, saying that, because we talked about this before, because when a man got them just put on a dress and makeup and look like a goddamn fucking female, then women, you that put on all this makeup, it's one thing for you to put on some shit to highlight your features, but if you put on some shit that just make you look like Beyonce and you pull that shit off and you look like me, bitch, you doing too goddamn much.
Yeah, she's tricking you. She's trying to harm you.
Yeah. And it's a lot of them do that, where they take their shit on, take their hair on, take their wig on, take their teeth on. Like, where's the bitch I met at the club?
Yeah, and you met. Hey, look, you go to sleep with them, you don't have a good night with them, then you wake up in the morning and go to sleep looking like Beyonce, and then they wake up looking like Sonny Liston.
Fuck Sonny Liston, Flavor Flav.
Yeah, you're Flavor Flav. Now, you know that's a nightmare. They wake up looking like Flavor Flav, man.
What you got to say back there on that, LaRon? Because I know you still like 27. I hope you haven't dealt like that, but I'm just really saying. I mean, the women, there's a direct correlation, like he said, between transvestite. If a man goddamn fucking put on all this makeup, throw on goddamn clothes like a woman and look like a woman, and you are a woman putting that shit on to make yourself look better. I mean, what are you goddamn doing? You got to take this shit off. I mean, you wearing a goddamn mask. You wear enough
basically
makeup.
Being somebody who you not. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
and then you got the nerve to get mad at a man for being pissed off at you after he done finally seen you. Right. Bitch, if I done seen you looking like this at the club, I wouldn't even look at you.
Hell no. That's why I don't fuck with clubs like that. You know what I mean? I'd rather be chick somewhere at the parties or
club. It could be church. Women wear makeup everywhere. Yeah. But if you are using this shit like a mortician to make yourself look like you don't look at all, and you going to catch somebody doing that shit and you know you got to take it off, how can you possibly be upset if a man goddamn turns his back on you? We don't put on makeup and shit to make ourselves look different.
Hell no.
I mean, motherfucker might stuff it. I don't even do that. Hell, I'm proud of my goddamn little 7 or 8 inches, but I know goddamn some guys who will stuff their pants to make it look like he got a bigger dick. Well, nigga, you fuck it up too. Eventually he gonna find out your dick ain't that big.
Hey, Al.
Yeah.
Think about this. Just think about this. Seriously, think about this. If a man put on clown makeup and a woman put on clown makeup, can you tell the difference?
No.
See, that's what don't happen. That's why the homosexuals look, the gay men are looking just like women, because both of them got on clown makeup.
Yeah.
Now they can really trick your ass.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna tell you all of you alphabet people, non-alphabet people, if you wink at a alpha male, you better watch it, because a lot of us don't play that, and you mess around and get a gut shot or something, because we don't play that, and that ain't homophobic. Let me tell you something about homophobic. If anybody got a phobic, it's really them, because they scared of pussy, especially the male.
Yeah.
They got a phobia when it comes to pussy. They just get scared. I don't know what it was. It was a traumatic experience coming out of it or what.
Yeah.
Anyone got a phobia. I ain't got a phobia. I ain't thinking none of them can beat me. I ain't scared of none of them. It's just that I just don't want to deal with you like that.
Yeah.
Don't be winking at me.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Weird
I ain't never heard. Well, I can't say that, because, but not like that. But I've seen some of my other goddamn friends who, that's so-called the pretty boys and shit. I ain't gonna call no goddamn names, but there's some goddamn fucking, because some of my comedian friends, some of my friends, man, we done been out of the club, man, and I mean goddamn gay guys have goddamn looked them down like they was looking at a woman. Now, of course, they knocked them out because they was goddamn walking with me. Right. You can't just goddamn fucking look at no goddamn man and lick your tongue and all this shit like you do to a woman. And I mean, that's, when you got, and that's not a hate crime. You just not gonna bitch me out. You ain't gonna punk me out with the way you goddamn do shit. And I'm glad I never went through that. But I've seen some of my friends, so-called cute guys that all girls goddamn love. And then there's some aggressive ass gay guy that just think he can goddamn rush up on him like he's like that and motherfucker get knocked out. That ain't no hate crime. You ain't gonna do me like that.
If somebody, a male, especially F male, old school like me, 61 years old, you sitting up there winking at me and say, I don't know how to take that, then you go walk away looking like a raccoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
he didn't slap the shit out of you.
Yeah. Well, sitting there licking his lips at you and shit, making you feel like shit, you the feminine motherfucker.
Yeah. All right, man, I'm going to let you go. I just want to holler at you. Coming through tonight or what?
I'll see what's going on, man. Hell, once I finish up what's going on here, we'll see what's going on with it.
All right. I'm out of here, man. My support.
All right, Jay.
Yeah.
Take it easy there, young man.
All right.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for calling in, man.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So now with this, we gonna go into some of these clips. You got them wind up back there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get into that, and let's see what everybody thinks about this. Yeah. Because he's on this Malik Yoba on the Breakfast Club. I don't know whether it was a day or yesterday or whatever, but he's on there with a couple of trannies and a openly gay guy and Charlamagne and the whole crew. So let's take a look at this clip, and we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to go to a couple of more of them.
Out of the interview, it said that you were attracted to transgender.
Right. Transgender and you know what? So let me just acknowledge all the faux pas I've made. I've been screwing up left and right? Because I thought, it started with, oh man, here's a young man getting taunted in the video.
Reese Willoughby,
yes.
Really that was in Philly, right?
He's from Philly, right?
Philly, yeah.
And I see this, I'm like, yo, that could have been me at 20 years old. But this kid is like, yeah, fuck that. I like this. I was like, I wasn't saying that at 20. Mm-hmm. I knew that I had some feelings inside, like, why is it that if I'm with this, or if I meet a woman, because my first experience meeting a trans woman that I was actually attracted to, but you told me I should use, what did you say I should use?
I said we should start transforming the language around attractive, because we also have to understand impact versus intent. So when someone hears like a trans woman like myself, I hear fetish.
Right. So which is a trip, because I didn't know you were trans, right? So I see you in the lobby. I see you upstairs. I see you downstairs. I'm like, yo, that's a beautiful woman. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. And so when you told me you were trans, I leaned in to learn. Right? And that's what it is. It's like, so my first experience, I was 16 years old in the club. I meet a woman named Carvin Extravaganza.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all just heard this motherfucker sit up there and tell that motherfucker there that when he first met it, that's a dude. It's going to be a dude. I'm only going to call you what you are. He said when he first met that motherfucker there, he didn't know it was a tranny. He just thought it was a beautiful ass woman.
Yeah,
that's, man, come on, man. That motherfucker right there clearly looks like a trans, and at best, it looks like an egregiously ugly-ass woman.
I mean, you don't
which is what I would fuck with if I goddamn had to do any goddamn thing. That looked like an egregiously ugly-ass bitch or a tranny. But he's sitting there just saying, when I first saw you, I didn't think you was trans. I just thought you was a beautiful-ass woman. I went, man, I can't say nothing about your eyes. But goddamn. I done been fooled by some of these motherfuckers from afar.
Right.
But for you to look at that motherfucker and say you just thought that was a beautiful ass woman, bruh, come on. And then has the unmitigated gall to say I'm heterosexual. Yeah. I like all women. I like women. Well, you like women fake. You like women real. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Just say that, man.
I just love pussy.
I don't even know why you won't just go get a hermaphrodite, something that God created that has a dick and a pussy. A man with a dick and all this other shit. He ain't got no pussy, but God made the same type of shit that you got them looking for. It's called a hermaphrodite. A motherfucker with a dick and a pussy. I don't even fuck with them. But if you got to just do that shit, why don't you fuck with a hermaphrodite? Go ahead, LaRon.
Okay. Shout out to Kevin Hayes, because he talks a lot of shit in the chat room, man. But he said,
I know he going crazy on this.
He said that hairline is not going to last too much longer.
He said what?
He said that hairline is not going to last much longer.
Hairline?
I'm like, when he was talking about that dude that looked like a girl. I'm dying. And then shout out to Bradley Mwangi. He said that you look like a black Mexican Chinese Terminator.
Well, tell him I take that as a compliment.
Fucked up, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, but he
you know, Kevin is a funny dude, man. Shout out to Kevin, man.
Yeah, he always supporting everything up here, man. We got to, get him a gift. I'd love to have him up here, hell, if he's in Los Angeles. I'd love to have that motherfucker, because he supports everything Portis does up there. Kaveen Hayes, shout out to you, motherfucker. Yeah, man. So, like I said, as he was saying with that, and I think I was saying what I was trying to say earlier before the call even came in, my call came in, is that, man, it's, to me, it's how I personally feel about it. I mean, like I said, I used to, have sex with women in their anus. And I stopped doing that 10, 15 years ago because of the cleanliness of it. It's just... Man, you got them stick your goddamn fucking penis in somebody's rectum. Don't be surprised on what you pull out. Well, I learned to respect my dick a little bit more than to do that. And that's with women that had some of the biggest, juiciest asses.
Of course.
So if I stop doing that, I don't have any idea why another man would want to do that to another man or disrespect his penis like that. I just don't get that, man. Now, if y'all could say, because later on in that goddamn thing that they do it on the Breakfast Club, they were saying it had nothing to do with sex at all. It was just a spiritual thing. Well, if that's the case, I understand that. But if that's what it is, then you don't have to bring sex into the equation at all. Mm-hmm. It all boils down to a sexual goddamn thing. And me as a man, like I said, I don't do it with women no more. And that's just the topper. But the guy that's the bottom, the guy that enjoys another man,
that's out.
Doing that to him.
That's out.
I don't give a fuck what you say. You can call me homophobic. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. But for what any man that enjoys that, man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. It kills me to be constipated.
Right.
You know how many constipated shit stations I done had on the toilet where it took me like 15 minutes to push some dried shit out of my ass. I'm sitting there sweating. But I'm going to let another dude run some up in my behind. I hate to get enemas at the doctor when it's healthy for me. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to, no, man. I ain't got nothing to do with what you do. I ain't going to say nothing is wrong with you, what you do. But what kills me about the ones that claim they come out of the closet, and Malik Yoba later on, he'll say, well, I ain't coming out of the closet. I'm stepping up. So whether you coming out of the closet or stepping up, if you stepping up, then you shouldn't be goddamn fucking so sensitive. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Shouldn't be so insecure.
Yeah. If you coming out, then you should expect criticism. You should expect jokes. People people make jokes on retarded motherfuckers. Yeah. So you gonna tell me I'm coming out of the closet and I'm all secure, and the minute somebody goddamn say something about what you do, which we all goddamn get joked on, black, white, whatever. But can't nobody say a goddamn thing about y'all without being ridiculed. That's crazy. Go ahead, LaRon.
Nah, I'm just looking at the chat. J Speed, Brett, everybody's clowning right now. They just clown on each other. We got a phone call.
All right, from now on, when I have to take my brim off, keep the camera on you. Yo. Hello? All around here, you got one of your hoes calling him, man. I thought I had a call. There's somebody back there goddamn calling your motherfucking ass, asking when you gonna come by and get the pussy. I mean, what kind of shit is that? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, like I was saying, that's just the way I feel on it. But we are all human beings in this motherfucker, and I don't look down on nobody. But I do feel like heterosexual men in particular are really being attacked because they don't agree with something. I mean, I know gay friends, and I don't know why it's not all just up under the goddamn envelope of gay. Why does it have to be, like Chappelle said, you motherfuckers done took up 20% of the motherfucking alphabet. You got the L's, you got the G's, you got the B's, you got the T's, you got the Q's. Man, what the hell is wrong with you? I was mad when you just expropriated the word gay. That really goddamn pissed me off. Gay, when I was growing up, and for the most part, you go back and look at old dictionaries because they've changed it around now to put, homosexuality into it. But when I was growing up, the word gay meant to be happy, having a good time, wonderful, life is great. So if you telling me if you like fucking with the same type of person you is, and I don't like doing that, then what's the opposite of gay? That means I'm miserable. I'm sad that my life is in turmoil. I'm thinking about suicide because I don't like being nailed in my ass. That's the way I see that. And then you tell us we can't say it's the F word now. You done took gay, just expropriated a beautiful word in the English language and made that your own, then turn around and tell me that I can't say the F word. And the only reason I ain't saying it now is because I got to respect my girl's goddamn studio, but you see me on a goddamn comedy stage, I still say it. I'll be damned if you go tell me I can't say that shit, but y'all gonna still say nigga. And I was saying this way before goddamn Dave Chappelle said it. I can't say the F word. They ain't got that, not fuck. I can't say that shit. Call me gay. You understand?
Kevin is really like putting you on blast right now. He said that you wants to be gay again.
He said he want to be gay again.
No, he said Al wants to be gay again.
No, tell him to stop goddamn vicariously trying to live through me.
It's funny because he said Al Toomer has he actually put it's kind of like an album type of thing. He said, I'll make America gay again.
Well, tell Kavit he can leave that alone. He tell him to call in. Tell him to type in now. He looking at this young nigga. Call in and tell me that, nigga. I know damn well. Don't hide and be no goddamn internet gangster. You call up here and tell me that, nigga. Shit. You probably curled up sucking a dick or got a dude sucking your dick now. How dare you put sagacity on me? Fuck.
Man, Kevin. Oh. Hey.
Yeah, man.
Call in, Kevin.
So let's move on a little bit farther, man. Play a little bit more of this bullshit. And like I say, I got a couple of them up there, but the last one I really want you to play. But play a little bit more of this shit. Let's move on a little bit farther.
I was going to play the last one, but...
okay, you can do that.
Yeah, here we go.
Right.
Orientation, right? And we got to be clear that not all trans women date men.
That's what some trans women date women.
I would like to hear from all of y'all on this because I want to know what's wrong with me not caring. Meaning, like, I don't care what you identify as. I don't care who you sleep with. Like, I don't have a problem with it. Like, you're a human being.
And that's the piece. When you say you don't, the intention versus impact, when you say I don't care, it's almost like when I hate to say it, when white people be like, I don't see race.
Right.
And it's like, is the impact, it's like, you don't see race?
Support.
Like, I know,
well,
if you could tell what kind of breed a dog is, you can, you get what say, if you could tell what a breed, white people can tell what all the breeds of a dog is, how you not gonna care about race? So it's when you say you don't care, that's mean like you are like erasing my existence.
And at the same time, and failing to acknowledge that you have the privilege of not giving a fuck.
Right.
Because you get to show up in spaces where the assumptions people make about you and how you think of yourself and show up in the world are aligned with what they read you as.
Right.
When for you there are inconsistencies, you spend your entire life feeling like and being told that you need to shrink, hide, neglect, or apologize for critical parts about who you are. That's what I felt like y'all missed when Lil Nas X said, I did this at a point in my life where I knew the risk.
Right.
And I understood the importance of making space for other folks like Nigel Shelby so that they don't feel like they're the only one struggling with this. We've had this conversation in the space before that it cannot be the case that Malik Yoba is the only celebrity we know who is trans attracted. Just like it cannot be the case that Magic Johnson is the only celebrity we know living with HIV. We got to get over not wanting to talk about this stuff.
That's
and
right.
the other part of it is you asked about whether or not like people are being duplicitous. There's so many people I know who show up and love trans women. They just don't feel like they have the space because of the shame and the stigma.
You just said, but you see what I was going to say is like I care, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I care. It's like when I move into my neighborhood, right? White people all over the neighborhood, right? They already have this preconceived notion about who I am because I came from where I came from. And then when they have a conversation with me, it changes. But the thing is, it's like we got to be able to have that conversation and not be like, well, I didn't like the way you said that, because honestly, from myself and I'm no Charlemagne, is we don't know. That's why I was like,
the conversation is important, but I don't feel like nobody should have to explain themselves.
I agree. And so let me say this though, because I feel like what gets missed in you saying I don't care is that it is not a barrier for you. You see people who they are. You engage with it. It is not the thing that you would otherwise use to dismiss somebody or discount them.
Absolutely.
Say that.
Yes. But the reality is we can have this conversation. People could listen to this. They can watch the video. They can go online. They'll still be like, yo, fuck you, faggot.
Right, they will.
And so we know we're not doing this for them.
Right.
We're doing this for one of the people that reached out, a friend of mine.
Now, what do you expect people to say? And it goes back to what I said motherfucking earlier, man. I mean, if you are bold enough to goddamn and strong enough to come out the closet and admit that that's what you do, you ought to be strong enough to take the criticism that comes with it. And what I would tell any of these goddamn alphabet motherfuckers, man, if you can't take nobody laughing at you, I better not see you laughing at no motherfucking body.
Right.
I mean, who are you? Where you can laugh and grin at other people. Like I say, people laugh at people getting killed or retarded people. But you come out of the closet. I'm strong now. But don't say nothing about me because you've offended me as a person. I don't get that at all. And I really believe this shit is politically driven, man, because gayness has been around this motherfucker since the beginning of Anglo-Saxon and European goddamn rule. It ain't nothing new around here. Why is it a hot button topic now? You need to ask yourself that. The man that had the Bible written in multiple goddamn languages, King James, was that way. This shit has been around here ever since these Europeans has been running shit.
Right.
And when I tell black people, it's like, even these guys here sitting there, man, it's like you have no discipline. You know, and it's going to sound fucked up for me to say this, but being gay is a luxury. We're not white. It's a fucking luxury. If that's what you want to, if you want to do that, then you got to have your goddamn business already taken care of as a goddamn race of people. We ain't even goddamn beat discrimination and racism. Now we fighting a whole nother battle and we ain't even won the first one. Right. So when you see a goddamn black person, that's what I'm saying. When you mentioned that study, have we talked about that study about there's no gay gene, you're not born that way? Man, it's just people doing what the fuck they want to do. You know how many fucked up thoughts I have? The human mind is a very interesting motherfucking organism. There's a whole lot of thoughts that goes through our mind every day that you wouldn't dare tell nobody about. You know how many motherfuckers I think about fucking murking and killing, but I don't do it? You can't just say because I feel like doing this or getting with another, and it's just sex. Just because I feel like doing that shit, then I have a right to do it. No, you have no motherfucking discipline is what you don't have. There's a whole lot of shit you shouldn't goddamn do. You shouldn't smoke cigarettes. You shouldn't goddamn drink. That's not discipline. I put this shit in the same motherfucking category, man. I really do. And you can call me anything but call me homophobic. I'm just a man holding on to his motherfucking views. I respect what you do, but motherfucker, you ain't shoving this shit down my throat and tell me I got to accept this. Because if I accept it, the next thing I know, I'm going to have a dick in my ass. That's the way I feel about it. It is not happening. Go ahead, LaRon.
Nah, I'm just looking at the comments, man. These motherfuckers, man. Shout out to Bradley, man. He was like, he said, Al, please tell us about Lenox Mall. So what's up with Lenox Mall?
Boy, that was a long time ago. You talking about the mall down there on Hawthorne? It's Hawthorne Mall.
I think so, yeah. I went to that mall when I was a kid, you know.
Lenox Mall. I'm thinking about the mall that used to be up there on Hawthorne that's been sitting there empty up there on Hawthorne for years and ain't nobody did nothing with it.
Nobody did shit about that.
Ask that motherfucker what he's got. I wish you could screen this shit up so I can respond to these motherfuckers personally. I don't know what the fuck. Ask him what does the Lenox Mall shit mean.
Okay, yeah, I'll let him know.
Yeah, man. So that's how we feel about that, man. We all love each other, but like I said, at the end of the day, for all you motherfuckers out there, do what you do. If you looking at me, because that's what somebody said earlier when I was looking at this thing, is like they don't want nobody to label them. Like these sitting up there saying, well, don't call me this, don't call me the F word, don't call me that. But the minute somebody disagrees with your ass, then you call them homophobic. You call them this, you call them that. And that's what I've learned about all of this shit, man. When a motherfucker is oppressed, and I get tired of this shit being tied into black people, and it's like slavery and all that, man. Look here, bruh. Don't piggyback off of my motherfucking pain. Your shit is your shit, just like everybody else. You don't hear nothing about Jews saying nothing about, well, it's like the black experience. Your shit is your goddamn shit. Speak on your own merit. Do not piggyback off the black experience of saying that because I'm gay, it's like being black. Because you had a choice. Nobody had a choice in being goddamn fucking chained up for fucking 400 years. So you motherfuckers like leave that shit alone. And what kills me is the goddamn black and brown gays. Because really this shit is for the gay white man who has used this shit to his benefit. And once again, it's ignorant niggas, even though you are gay, it ain't really for you. It's that gay white man that gets the benefits for being gay. And you get these motherfuckers sitting around, well, I need to be accepted. Motherfucker, you need to go fucking learn something about life and learn something about what existence is, and then tell me something about something, because it's just fucking. And once I accept what you do, once I sit around and laugh with you about what you do, then what? Are we less oppressed as black people? No. So I'll be damned if I'm accept motherfuckers like that sitting around there talking this bullshit, and we ain't even won the first battle. We ain't even close to winning the first goddamn battle of our goddamn problem. So do what the fuck you want to do, bruh, but you can get me with that. You can get me with that. Go ahead, LaRon.
I forgot that we have somebody on the phone line, but before we get to the caller, so Bradley said the one in Atlanta, not the one out here.
Atlanta?
Yeah, they said it was the one in Atlanta. They said he heard it from Africa. I guess he's from Africa and he heard everything.
He said he did what?
No, I'm saying he heard it from Africa because he's from Africa. So
man, I mean, I heard Lord Jamar talking about this shit and a couple other people. What they said was, bruh, it's like, then go show us the shit. Prove us that. Show us the scrolls. Show us that shit on the wall. It could be there's an aberration and an exception in everything. But I guarantee you in Africa, this shit was not goddamn fucking as pervasive and promoted like it is over here. Just like you don't see too many goddamn male dogs or too many male animals or female. You don't see goddamn female dogs laying down eating each other's pussy. Any animal. And that's just a basic ass animal. You don't see too many male goddamn fucking animals fucking each other. So you cannot tell me that you know that this shit, it didn't happen. This is Eurocentric shit. And that is not has anything to do with races or anything. A white man will stick his dick in anything. Hell, they raped us. They'll fuck goats. They'll fuck sheep. They'll fuck anything. Yeah. That's white man shit. And for the most part, it wasn't going on until they got rulership. They still doing it the fucking day.
Right.
Sex was not goddamn, you fuck just to procreate. These motherfuckers turned goddamn sex into something that is like casual. Mm-hmm. You ain't supposed to be just fucking goddamn it just to be fucking. And I've got to a point, man, where I'm actually, having an orgasm is not like it used to be. At 50 years old, it's like, man, if that's all this shit is about, your ass, man, when you have an orgasm, that means you are skeeting life out of your goddamn body. And the spasmic ass shit you have to go through to goddamn do this shit.
Man.
What the fuck are you goddamn doing, man? If your ass is addicted to nutting and having an orgasm, you got a fucking problem. Nigga, if you ain't laying down the fuck to make a child, then you ain't got no business doing it. And if you laying down just randomly fucking, and that's a whole other story, I've talked about this up there before, if you just randomly laying up fucking and making children that you ain't taking care of, that's a whole nother goddamn story. But like I say, as far as just having an orgasm, man, I get to a point, nigga, where I bust a nut. Now it's like, fuck, as soon as I'm done, it's like, fuck. The hell am I doing this shit for?
Yeah.
30 minutes later, I'm ready to do it again.
Hey, Al, you want to bring in the caller?
Yeah, let's see what's going on here, man.
Yeah, man. What's up, man? You on the air with Toomer's Town. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, buenos nachos, Senor Toomer.
Thank you, Black Amigos.
And hermano LP.
What's up, man?
What's the word?
Al, you are in fuego tonight.
Say what?
Congratulations on being 15 years clean of the anus. I was happy to hear that, man.
Oh, man, because I used to enjoy it, man. When you grow up and motherfuckers telling you doing that shit, man, I used to really do that, man, but I just had to stop, man. Like, fuck. The last goddamn woman I goddamn fucking screwed an ass, man, I pull out like just chunks of doodle on my dick, and I just, oh, my God.
Oh, that's never good.
No, it's not. And I'm sorry for being gross, friends. I really am. But that's what really stopped me from doing it. The white woman I fucked up in New Hampshire that did that. And, man, and it was green doodle. It was disgusting. I mean, just chunks of shit that I had to sit in the tub and just, it was horrible.
I believe.
That's crazy.
Man.
Go ahead, baby.
I wasn't trying to call you gay, man. You said they reappropriated the word. I figured you wanted it back to make America gay again. I was just
Hey, that should be a project.
With you.
Man, like I say, they stole. If you heard me, they stole the word gay. You know the word gay means to be happy. Now, if I could be gay, nigga, and it doesn't require me to fuck another man, I'll join up today.
Hey, you can be gay all day long, Al. I'm with you. I'm gonna give you the like sign on that one.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you, man. But yeah, I seen that. I seen that interview. That interview was a head shaker. Hey, how them dudes was he yelled at DJ Envy.
Yeah, but did you see DJ Envy and Charlamagne? I mean, they were all, man, goddamn eggshelling around them motherfuckers because they didn't want to be goddamn accused of being called homophobic and all this type of shit. And that's what's happening, man. I'm just not, I respect what you do, but you ain't gonna punk me, man.
Hell no.
And tell me if I don't believe what you believe, then it's something. No, hell no. And that's what's happening. I really believe the goddamn heterosexual men are an endangered species. They really got them, man, trying to root us up out of this motherfucker. And we need to realize that before it's too late.
Well, you know, I tend to agree with you on a lot of stuff. I think we kind of listen to the same type of stuff. And I never have been one to really accept that a gay agenda is being pushed on us. But after that interview, I really kind of felt like that. The way that them dudes was really wanting to push, you know, they you know, and I don't know, it's not a scientific fact whether people are born like that or not, but
right.
Man, when you want to change up your biology, you really going against you kind of going against everything that everybody knows right now. And
Right.
hey, if you wanna tuck that thing and put on a pair of a comfortable panties, go ahead and do all of that. But you don't got to be on the Breakfast Club telling everybody about it.
Right, telling all your business.
It's promoted, man. And like I was saying earlier, Kavit, is that, man, this shit has been around since European Anglo-Saxon rule. It has been around. So why is it such a hot button ticket now? Where I believe it's politically driven. And to be honest with you, you can't be mad at the gay community from their political standpoint. What has happened is a lot of them have gotten into goddamn fucking politics and Congress, and they are making the laws, which really make my people as black people look like a piece of shit. Because every sorry ass nigga that became a politician didn't do nothing to try to help his people. I guarantee it ain't been too many politicians black that has pushed the black agenda. So when a goddamn gay politician gets in there and they push their agenda, I can't be mad at it. And that's all that has happened. They're in powerful ass places where they can push their agenda to do what they're doing.
Man.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're empowered now. They got a whole voting block.
Yeah.
Obama.
Yeah.
I mean, that kills me. The gay community is like, what neighborhood could I drive in where there's nothing but gay people not that I want to move in, but I thought a community consisted of, the neighborhood where it's people that live, whether it's black, white, Mexican. Where is the neighborhood where it ain't nothing but gay people live at? As far as the gay community goes.
Oh, that was the one part too. Dude was calling it the gayborhood.
Yeah,
that was hilarious. The gay dude in that interview.
He called it the gay. I think he called it the gayhood, or the gay neighborhood, or something. How he put it. Hilarious. Yeah. Well, Kavit, man, just thanks for calling in here, motherfucker. You always have some good points, but we got to get ready to wrap this up, man. Hell, I done ran a little bit over time.
Man, y'all have a good one.
Yeah, thanks, baby.
You, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to, and I hate to end it like this, and we're going to have to continue some of this shit next week, man. Or I'm going to have to start going to an hour and a half or 2 hours, because I realize an hour is starting to go by way too fucking fast.
Man.
Yeah. So, tell them something about yourself, promote your goddamn show this week, and then we going to get up out of here.
All right, this is the Lyrical Renegade, LaRon Pierce.
And I like that, what you're doing.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. But so you can find me on the Only Hip Hop Show this Sunday from 6 to 7 with the Only Hip Hop Squad. I think our special guest is Hassan Kefef or something like that. We don't know, but we'll put up on Instagram, you know what I mean, of all the flyers every week, you know what I'm saying. And stay tuned for Toomer's Town next week.
Always. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to that point where we have to say good night. I'm your host, Al Toomer. Watch the show. Hit the like button, and if you hit the dislike button, we appreciate the comments and every goddamn thing, but be disrespectful in your comments, because I am very well connected. We can find you motherfucking ass if you're very disrespectful. Hit the subscription button here at Mars Media, also at Al Toomer. And shit, I guess that's just pretty much it. LaRon, let's get on up out of here, man.
Yeah, man, let's get up out of here.
All righty then.
Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen.
More terrible than the Great Train Robbery. Wild Apache with Joel.